Hey guys, Stock Caller here with My Tribe Trading, part two of the scoreboard strategy training. I'm going to share my screen. Tribe rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Let's go to the main chat. Oh, sorry. Let's go to I need you to do two things. Open your scoreboard. Go to the scoreboard channel on the Discord. And there's already been two scoreboards posted since our last video, part one, getting set up. So I need you to open your scoreboard and open the scoreboard strategy document. All right. I want you guys to be on the same page I am. And so I will painstakingly show you how to do that. All right, so we've got the scoreboard open up in the scoreboard document. And today we're going to learn why the scoreboard is so important, how it came about. And we're going to get right into it here with DI's very own words on the subject. Day trading is a sport. Don't fool yourself. It's pure competition in the most aggressive, deceptive, profitable, and at the same time exhilarating financial markets in the world. It's a survival of the fittest type of environment, where you are putting yourself in the cage, so to speak, with other traders, each trying to compete for the most profit. When the good Lord blessed me with this strategy, I envisioned an environment where I traded the highest gaining stocks that the market had to offer on any given day. I have always loved sports, and as I was watching SportsCenter one morning, and I reflected on how I was actually trading, I reflected on how I was actually trading the superstars of the day, trading world, similar to the best of the best in the sports world. These explosive stocks were unfolding right before me, and these explosive tickers were producing the highest gains on any given day. I thought to myself that these were the plays I wanted to be in, and the ones I wanted to learn how to trade well, because that's where the highest capital gain resides. In a way, it's like playing in the Super Bowl of day trading, because you're trading the most explosive stocks the market has to offer on any given day. There are very specific criteria that trigger these explosive stocks, and to track these criteria in an organized fashion, I employed the scoreboard. The scoreboard is a historical document. It uses trends from past runs to help forecast future runners. It is a dynamic and fluid document, and each day that a strategy play occurs, I add it to the scoreboard so that we have a running trend of these superstar plays. And he has been doing that now for over a year. The scoreboard, behold. Have any of you seen the movie The Perfect Storm with George Clooney about these fishing boat? He's a fishing boat captain, and they go out to sea and they capture. And there's this weather forecaster prior to the perfect storm, keeping an eye on charts, on patterns, weather patterns, and he's starting to see three storms merge on each other. Okay, and so that's called a confluence. And that fishing boat just happens to be in the center of those three storms when they all come together. We are the fishing boat. We are the traders. Okay. So how do we know when the perfect storm is about to? I mean, obviously in the movie, the perfect storm wasn't good for the actors. But for us in the trading world, a perfect storm is when the scoreboard components or criteria comes together and we're able to recognize the pattern. See, that meteorologist saw what was coming, but most people didn't. Obviously, those on the boat didn't. They may not even have believed it if they've seen it. And a lot of times when people see the scoreboard, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there about trading that is kind of scammy, and you have to pay for it. Okay. And it may or may not work out. The scoreboard is free. Out of the goodness of DI's heart and the tribe members, we all share our time, and DI always says, let's get rich together, so this data is free. You could actually crunch this data yourself and create your own scoreboard. But I'm not going to dismiss the magic of it, because here we have, when all of these things line up, and they do quite often, because look, they don't get on the scoreboard unless they became a superstar, a supernova. They stood out. They became a top gainer and exploded beyond that. That's the stocks that get on this scoreboard. So when I first saw this paragraph that DI wrote, I was like, oh, I'm just going to have everybody read that in their own free time. And then I thought, the more I think about it, the profundity of the scoreboard, you really don't know what you don't know until you know. And there's a few members when they first came, I'm sure DI and some others, DI is like a missionary on this stuff. I mean, he's sharing it with everybody. And now we've got people sharing it with their friends and they're coming to the Discord and becoming part of my tribe, and my tribe trading. It's a place where traders can come together because let's face it, trading is it can be a lonely lifestyle. It can be a lonely job if you do it full time. I did it for like a year and a half straight and I about lost my mind. You definitely have to have balance in your life. But the scoreboard all comes together to help you, the trader, recognize when lightning is going to strike and be ready for it because we're seeing these patterns develop. Keep in mind, and the scoreboard training is going to go into more depth and detail. And then weekly, I announced today in the Discord that I'm going to start whenever a top gainer comes on. I'm going to do like the superstars of the week at the end of the week, and we'll chart them. I'll show you how it happened. We'll do it on the 5 minute, or I'll show you the different time frames on TradingView, and we're going to use one ticker. It'll be in part 3. Or I don't know when we're going to get to it, but all of these are superstars. I mean, they all had amazing gains, but one that I really liked is, well, I'll save that for next time. But anyways, don't take for granted what this is. And in time, the more you practice it and realize and recognize, if you look on our Discord and you look at people's names, if it's a green, it means they're an expert trader. If they wanted to, they could make a living completely off trading. Okay. I originally put myself as a green because I thought I was making a living, but what I was doing is I had a second job. I had a really good business that was producing money and I was able to just keep feeding my account, but I was actually losing money. So I demoted myself to a professional trader because I love this. I've been doing it for 3 years now, 2020, almost 4 years in March. And so anyways, moving on back to the Word document, I think we covered that pretty good. And so they're just free money here, folks. You just have to put in the effort to grasp what we do every day, what we teach. Join us in the main chat, be there. Check out the trading floor. And you're going to see people making money. And when these supernovas, these perfect storm stocks come along that fit the scoreboard, it's life-changing money that can be made. So we'll see you next time in part 3. Part 3 is going to be this one, 100% beyond pillars. The strategy was built to maximize profit and minimize risk. So we'll study the momentum through volume. So you can read up on that if you'd like. And we'll see you next time. And I don't know what I just pushed, but that did not stop. There we go. Adios.